Okay, so Mary says take this painting and modify these hills so we get some more believable looking craggy hills and cliffs going down into the water. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to think of this grayish color of the rocks mixed with some atmosphere. So I'm just going to add a lot of blue. And these are not like red rocks like we have here in Arizona. We were looking at a couple photos. These are much more grayish, maybe not so gray, but we'll just make them more gray. We'll leave a little bit of brown for the color, and we'll just see how Mary feels about the result. Okay, now we're going to take white and make little highlights on these. So perspective really makes a difference on this. So I'm going to make a whole bunch of little shapes that are going flattened by the perspective of an edge that's going away from me. I'm going to make some random little dots and stripes up here. But what I'm going to do after I have these random little dots and stripes is I'm going to go to all of the lower edges of these. And that's where I'm going to do my blending. So here, this is going to need some blending underneath that one. Let's get rid of the excess white. Some under that one, some under this one, and I'm just going to let the white mix into my brush with the gray to lighten everything because I kind of like the lighter color. I'm blending all of the lower edges of my patches. I'm not really thinking rocks and crags and valleys. I just know that in that environment, it's the top edges that you're going to see. You're not going to see the base of all those rocks. You're going to see the top of all of them. So naturally, I'm just going to use gradients to bring all of the bottoms of the rocks down, and then the tops will be what's left behind. So let's put another big rocky area here. Maybe we'll make some stripes going across to try to make some more creative shapes. Let's make one going across here. Maybe we have a flat area. We've got some rocks going down. Whatever it makes, I'm just going to try to generally blend those downward and leave the shadowed space in between. And then I want grass. So let's put green in there. That's yellow, not green. Let's put yellow in there. And we're going to mix that with the gray, which is just going to turn green when it hits that. So maybe this will be enough. I think I'm going to need to put blue and magenta to add atmosphere. So let's put blue and magenta. And now I've got a much grayer green. And so I'll put my dark green on some of these spots. Let's add a little bit of black because I'm having trouble seeing it. Let's put some little patches of green in the dark spots. Right in here. Put green in here, green in here, green. I'm just looking for my little valleys to put this in. Let's use black right here, here. Okay, so now we've got just a little bit of vegetation in there as well. And then I'm going to add some yellow highlight. And all of this just needs to be very affected by the atmosphere in order to look far away. So here I'm going to add white, and in perspective, I'll have a hill if I just really scrunch some horizontal shapes together. I'll have some perspective. And then just like with all my tiny little spots, I'll leave it light at the tops of my shapes, but leave the shadow as it goes down so that I can put another hill in front of it. So this one's way back into my atmosphere, so I purposely made that more gray. But now we're going to get closer and come out of that blue. And so now I need to maybe think about making a more of a brown gray for my rocks. So let's do red and yellow and black. Okay, there's my shadow color, and it's going to look closer because it's darker and more orange. And I've got lots of black, so I just add some white to make it gray. Then it'll still have some atmosphere in it. So these will be my shadows. Then I'm going to take the base of this and really be careful because this is water. I want it to look like the water goes up to the edge. Okay, then I'm going to take white and I'm going to look for my most colorful spots. I like to put the white in the most colorful spots, just like I like to put the black in the most colorful spots, because with paint, the main problem is losing your color when you add light and shadow. So I'll always look for the colorful spots to add it and leave the grayer spots alone. Okay, so we've got kind of a rocky cliff. We'll add the rocks first, and then we'll put the vegetation in between. So again, I'm going to blend the lower side of these. Blend the lower side, leave the top side, blend the lower side, leave the top side. Right here, let's put a little more going up this way. Maybe we can make another one going down this way. Again, I'm paying attention to perspective. You can see me working diagonally downward because we're above this, looking down.
5
so it
minutes.
gets lower. Oh, so it gets lower as it gets closer. All right, so now we've got some more shapes. All right, that makes those get a little bit closer. Let's make, I feel like that one could use some flat shapes. So let's put a little bit of flat edges on this as well. I'm going to take the white and make a couple of these. Maybe one there, a little bit there. Maybe make another one here. It just seems like it would look good. But now I'm sweating the details. Okay, so let's make the green on this now. Let's get black and blue and yellow, and we're going to have a greener green than we had on the hill behind it. Hopefully this doesn't have as much gray in it. Oh, let's get more. It just needs to be greener. That's all. We just got to see more green. All right, that's a little bit greener. Let's get some white. Mix it in there for some highlights. How about some more yellow, because grass is going to get yellower when the sun shines on it. Let's go like this and make this hill going down, and let's make some green down in these little crevices, like we've got some vegetation growing in here, and wherever we have the green. We can also put a little bit of black for shadows. Let's put shadows on this green where it's growing out of these little nooks and crannies. Okay, we've got some down in here, right here, here. Let's put some little shadows in between these guys. Okay, and then on this closer one here, let's do the same thing. Let me blend this a little bit. And then this closest hill, let's do the grass first on this one. This will be fun. Let's do green. So we're going to do lots of yellow. And then we're going to do some blue. Oh man, I only did one side. I didn't do both sides.
That's okay.
I'm going to run out of time. My brightest green, this is where the sun's hitting it. And this, okay, we're going to come down here. Put that bright color in there. Let's work around the bunny. Careful, careful. We don't want to ruin that perfect little bunny. Like this. Then we're going to put some rocks in it. So let's get some black and red. Actually, we'll do red first. Put that in there. We'll do a little bit of yellow on that red. We'll change things up a little bit. See what kind of results it gives us. This red is where I'm going to put my dirt and rocks. So up here where maybe I just want a little bit of dirt in the grass, maybe I just use the white and no black. But down here where I want rocks, maybe I'll add some black to put shadows in between them. Like this. Okay, right there. All right, now we've got some shadows in the rocks.
2 minutes.
Okay, okay. Now, I want to add some perspective to this. So if I've got an edge that is wrapping away from me, then that's where I'm going to put my shapes that are more flat and squeezed together. So let's just look for some areas to highlight. I'm taking some white. I'm going to put it on my colorful areas. Here's a rock, here's a rock, here's a rock going up here. Let's put one here. And I'm just looking for the areas that don't have the black to put these highlights on and turn these into rocks. Like this. Maybe a little bit right here, a little bit right here. Like that. Let's put some rocks in here. We're just going to have to settle for this. We've got to do wet on dry for this behind this bunny. Oh man, he kind of disappeared, didn't he? Sorry I got rid of your bunny,
That's
Mary.
okay.
No, we'll bring it back. Okay, so now I've got some rocks in here. Let's put a few rocks up in here. It'll be fun to put a big boulder in here. Let's go like this and put a boulder catching the light, and we'll take some of the red and yellow for a highlight, and we'll put a big right. Oh, does that mean time's up, or is that just so much money? Okay.
43 seconds.
Okay, we got a little bit of
Keep
time left.
going.
We got a little bit of time left. Here, let's put some rocks on this side, like this. Let's put some in here. These are just barely catching the light. Then we'll put some back in here. But these have got to be more blue and magenta. So we're going to grab a little bit of magenta and a little bit of blue. Then we're going to get a lot of white, like this. And we're just going to mix it in here. Then we're going to put some little rocks and highlights on this distant cliff as well. Like
10,
this.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
I can't believe what you can do in 10 minutes.
I know, it's amazing.
Oh man, it's just tricks with color.